Hello, this is Rob, the writer of Oblivity. Now, please excuse my voice today. I'm a little bit croaky because I went to a gig last night and I was singing my heart out, so I'm just a little bit ragged around the edges today. But the reason why I'm talking to you today is I'd love to know, what have you been up to since we launched Season 2 of Oblivity? Perhaps you visited a relaxing health spa, or maybe you've been sipping hot chocolate in a simulated après-ski lodge, or maybe you've been practicing whelk husbandry. Well, if you're looking for a fresh, new experience, I'd like to take just a few minutes of your valuable time to recommend 5 audio drama podcasts. Just like Oblivity, all of them are science fiction, and they are also either comedy or drama, or an innovative mix of the two that I like to call dramomedy. I will stick the appropriate links for all of them in our show notes, so let's get started. Number 1. If you love ensemble crews in space getting up to mischief, then you're going to love Oz 9. Here's the backstory. In 2141, powerful corporation Gated Galaxies send a load of very rich and very stupid people into space. In Oz 9, we follow a few of the particularly not so smart ones as they bounce from crisis to catastrophe to disaster. Oz 9 is one of the most fun and absurd shows out there. There are more than 100 episodes to listen to, and each one packs in around a flillion original ideas and jokes, and the crew behind it are lovely, and thankfully they're also much more capable than their characters. And in a fun multiverse crossover, one that Marvel doesn't have rights to yet, if you listen to Season 5, Episode 2, you'll hear the crew encounter a familiar character from Oblivity. You can subscribe to Oz 9 in the usual places, and you can follow them on Twitter at Oz9podcast, and you can find their website at oz-9.com, and they're on Patreon too, where you can support them. Second up is an award-winning sci-fi comedy drama from the mythical land of Australia. You can't convince me that's a real place. In Night Terrace, Dr. Anastasia Black's plans for retirement are scuppered when her house spontaneously starts to travel through time and space. Together with uninvited house guests, she faces aliens and monsters and cool timey-wimey concepts. Night Terrace is made by a production outfit called Splendid Chaps, who are lovely and make us want to go to Melbourne and crack open a tinny and force them to barbecue for us. That is, if Melbourne is even a real place. You can listen to episode 1 at their website nightterrace.com or on Bandcamp, and the rest you can buy as downloads, and rightly so. There are way too many of us giving away good stuff for free. And what's more, you can take 20% off the price of the first season of Night Terrace with the code Oblivity. And that code is valid until the end of this year, 2023. Splendid indeed. P.S. You'll definitely recognise the legendary voice behind Dr. Black if you've ever watched Neighbours. The soap, I mean. I don't mean staring at the people next door through the curtains, which we all do. My curtains, I mean, not their curtains. Not standing in their living room hiding behind their duck egg blue curtains which they got from John Lewis in Bicester in November last year. On to recommendation number 3, and it's Civilized, a dark comedy in which a group of far from competent explorers are stranded on an extremely hostile planet, and they die. A lot. The really unique thing about Civilized is that it's improvised, which is frankly mind-blowing. The show is heaps of fun as long as you consider characters melting in acid rain fun, which if you're the sort of peculiar person who listens to a show like Oblivity, you probably do. You can find out more at civilizedpod.com and subscribe in the usual places. And as a Brit, I should just mention that that's Civilized with a Z. Civilized is made by the Fable and Folly Network, who have a ton of acclaimed storytelling podcasts on their books. And the creators are, and you will notice a thread running through these podcast recommendations, lovely. As well as being very generous with sharing advice and experience in their blog and their website at fableandfolly.com. Show number 4 is Diary of a Space Archivist. The archivist in question is Sam, who has a pretty tedious job until she finds an alien bat-like creature inside her robot companion. Sam's stakes build as she needs to keep the cute, Curly Wurly-munching creature hidden from the corporation she works for, and we do love a sinister corporation in sci-fi, don't we? There are 3 seasons to enjoy right now, and we understand that a 4th will be in the works soon. You can learn more about the show at space-archivist.captivate.fm and follow them on Twitter at spacearchivepod. Oh, and the creator, Becky, is lovely, in case you were wondering. And finally for today, show number 5 is Down. Now, unlike the others I've mentioned, Down doesn't look to the stars so much as into the abyss. It follows the crew of research submarine Virgil on their expedition into a newly discovered Antarctic trench. It does not go well. Down definitely leans more towards the drama end of the Dramomedy scale, and it delivers really cool, surprising twists that keep you gripped, uncomfortable, and anxious as you descend further and further into the dark. Down is made by Definitely Human, who make loads of seriously high-quality shows, and the creators are, well, actually, they're dreadful, really awful people. Honestly, the worst. If only they weren't so darn funny and talented. You can find them at definitelyhuman.co.uk, and you can support them on Patreon too. So, that's 5 shows to subscribe to right this minute instead of lamenting the end of Oblivity Season 2, so stop moping about and go and have fun with them. I should also just recognise the fact that in the past couple of weeks, a new social media platform is in town, Threads, so you can probably find most, if not all of those podcasts on Threads as well, and no doubt on any other social media platform that happens to have just cropped up in the next couple of weeks as well. As I said, the links for the above are in the show notes of this episode. And finally, just a quick reminder that you can support our own show, Oblivity, and vastly increase the chances of us being able to make a 3rd season by donating your hard-earned cash, or buying and playing our online escape game, or by buying our merch. Head over to Oblivity Podcast to find the links to do just that. Thank you very much, and look out for more to come on our feed in the year. Take care. Bye-bye.